haunts me all day long. But I've been through the fire and come out alive, and there's no more fear in my eyes. Oh, now I'm rising, and you can't bring me down. You can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. My feet have come too far for you to tie them to the ground. You can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. Set my sights on where I'm going at and turn it back around. You can't stop me now. You can't stop me. All the blood, sweat, and sacrifice.
So that was interesting.
That was, wasn't it? And I was like, this is kind of cool, but this is kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's the mashup of two intros that we've used together, and it's like, let's smash it together. Let's see what happens.
Let's just see what this looks like.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Hi guys, welcome to Coffee and Tea with Aeson and Natalie. How are y'all doing tonight? Now let's go over some house rules. We're having coffee. We're taking questions. If you guys want to buy us refills on our coffee, the Venmo and the Cash App is there. We don't have a topic tonight, but I do want to talk about this damn Matrix being broke. Because I swear, for the past 2 days, it seems like it's broken. Hello, Miss Brenda.
Hey, Brenda. So if anybody is wanting to leave comments, you got to do the StreamYard thing real quick.
Yeah.
Because I've got somebody on my screen who's blank here. Sorry. Go ahead.
You do. Okay, they've not appeared up yet. Hi, Lisa.
Hey, Lisa.
Looks like you're brewing up something over there other than tea, though.
I'm always. Always.
I can't even get you to have a cup of tea without you magically working something together.
You know, sometimes I just feel called to, like, be crafty. I've been crafty my whole life. Now I'm just utilizing those crafty skills in a completely different way.
Well, that'll happen. That'll happen.
That'll happen. But I have this is my dedicated, like, incense stick holder, and it's filled with sea salt. And I just stick my incense stick in it like that. It sticks straight up. The ashes fall in. I create black salt. So, you know, these are works in progress. But after a while with, as a lot of craft practitioners are aware that salt, when combined with extreme heat, becomes a solid block. So sometimes you have to get a hard wooden dowel and, like, you know, break it all up so that it becomes pliable again.
Sometimes, or you just take that wooden block and that hard block and you knock them over the head and go, "You are cleansed." Oh, no, that's the angelicals.
Or just, like, throw that block salt in the eyes of, like, the people who are coming at you, like, "I'm protected." They'll be like, "You are crazy." Like, come at me, bitch.
So therefore, I am.
Brenda. It's a fantastic way of doing it, and it looks cute. You know, I mean, mine's like a little sea foamy green glass. Yeah. Oh, ideas, Lisa. How have you not picked up on this yet? But, you know, I mean, I dig it. I like it. Sometimes I'll put a cone in there too, and then the ashes just disintegrate or whatever. And then I will take the remnants of my little burning pot here and combine them with the salts, and then that's what it is.
Yesterday, Venus entered Gemini, so that may be why the Matrix feels a little broken for the next 4 weeks. The idea are ideal for flirting and having intelligent love affairs. Though we will run a risk of being ghosted when things get too boring.
Typical Gemini.
Typical Gemini. I mean, to your face also. I mean,
Sorry to all the Geminis that will be in the audience later tonight.
don't care. We'll call you out.
Right,
Hey,
exactly.
I'm Aries. I will own it. I am a hoe. Happily.
I have a really funny story to tell you. So my mom, who I love her so much, she has been so patient with me trying to explain who I now am to her. Because my mom is very, very hardcore into her Christian faith. And me trying to explain that, like, hey mom, I can do like this cool thing where I talk to dead people. That's like a really big pill for someone like her to swallow. So as she's been like slowly talking to me about what I do, I've been introducing her to astrology as well. And she's like, well, she's been asking questions about what is this? What does this mean for me? What is astrology, whatever. So I have this book, and it's like the big badass book of astrology or something like that. And basically it's a roast book. It roasts you from the very first page to the very last page of your sign. It basically calls you out on everything. And I read my mom's a Virgo. Virgo sun, and I read her section cover to cover, and my mom was like nearly in tears with laughter. She's like, you basically just described my entire life in 10 pages of context. And I was like, isn't that wildly accurate? And I was like, I've been dying to tell you this, like read this specific section to you for years, but I knew that you would not take it if I gave it to you at the time that I found it. So I've been like sitting on this forever.
Well, see, this is what I don't get, and we'll talk about this because, I've been working with some deconstructionists for a little bit.
Yes.
Christians should be all into astrology, left, right, and center.
Follow the freaking stars and crap. Why wouldn't they be?
Right. And also, they should be in mediums really heavily, because one of their highest regarding Old Testament stories is that of going and visiting a medium.
Mm-hmm. 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 Oh, but don't seek out the false prophets. And I'm like, but I'm not a false one. Look at my reviews. I am not a false prophet.
Yes. And again, it's this, I don't know. I just have, I don't do the guilt thing. I don't got time for the guilt thing.
Right.
Or any of, that guilty, oh, you were a great Christian for 20 years, so that makes you a terrible witch.
And yet Christians do witchcraft, unbeknownst to them, on a daily or sometimes just weekendly basis.
Well, I will say this: most witches do it better because we remember the holy hours and the praying 8 times a day.
Absolutely,
we're really working something.
I was in tears. I don't know if you saw it, but they did the video of the summer solstice ritual at Stonehenge. I had tears like down my face. I was like, this is so beautiful. I want to go home. I want to go home. I was like, I want to go home. I was like, I want to be there. I should be there right now. I was so mad that I couldn't be there, but it was so, so beautiful. They did like a really big druid ritual out there, and it was amazing.
Yeah. Did you keep your dual citizenship?
Yeah.
Awesome. So yeah, you can go home.
If I need to flee the freaking country, I at least have a place to go. Yeah.
It's not a place to go. I mean, it's like me and, I can go back to Ireland or Romania.
Right.
Exactly. It's not flee the country. It's abandon ship before it blows up.
Exactly. And a lot of people ask me like, well, why haven't you gotten your citizenship? And I'm just like, is that a joke? Is that you're serious? Like, you think that I actually like want to be permanently a part of this? No, thanks. I didn't choose to come here on my own. So why? No, thanks. I'm good.
Yeah. Just keep your dual citizenship in place.
Right. Exactly. That is exactly what I intend to do. And it is a giant pain in the butt to have to sit there and renew it every 10 years and convince them that you're worthy of hanging out here or whatever. But
really, honey, when's that 10-year mark up?
Right. And who knows, by then the laws will probably have changed, and then I'll be in, a whole other heap of chaos, whatever.
Well, no, what I'm saying is, once that 10 years up, I'd be having my duffel waist packed going, hello, Ice, how are you? Y'all boys can take the bags, please. Thank you. My private plane will be leaving at 8 o'clock. I understand that. Let's go.
Come on, Mom, I'm picking you up on the way. She'll be like, where are we going? Don't ask questions. Just get your bags. We're leaving. Take only the essentials. Take only your essentials.
Forget that. They have Stacks over there. They have Walmart. You don't need even
boots. They have Marks and Spencers and boots. And in all honesty, that is all I really give a shit about.
Exactly. So you don't even need that. You don't even pack a bag.
Oh my gosh, Tracy, if you do, take me back with you. Okay? Or Lisa. But yes, like Stonehenge, just I mean, I was born in Scotland. So there that magic runs very deep in my veins. My daughter's middle name is Skye, after the Isle of Skye, which in my opinion is one of the most magically filled places in the entirety of the UK. Yep. So other than the hills of Wales, but I'm not going to get into that.
Well, so I got myself into trouble last night.
Did you?
Yes. Okay, so my internet was down, so they only left me with my cell phone. And when I'm on my cell phone, I tweet. Apparently asking why is now illegal, why these people are not being sentenced to tar and feathering is illegal and violates Twitter rules.
Why?
I don't know. Apparently violent activity, according to their report.
I mean, tar and feathering. I mean, yeah. I mean, tar's not a cold thing. I mean, it has to be warm or hot in order for it to be pourable. But at the same time, it's more of an inconvenient punishment, in my opinion, than it is a painful punishment. It's more of like, inconvenience that you now have to sit and scrub and soak yourself with rubbing alcohol for an extended period of time just to remove the goo that is now stuck to you.
Well, because there was a representative in the state of West Virginia that was part of the coup. It has been confirmed it is a coup. He got a whole 3 months in jail. I think we could have saved the taxpayers a lot of money. The last time I checked, tar and chicken feathers aren't that expensive.
No, I'm pretty sure that like any construction company around town would be more than willing to just have a couple of buckets of that real quick. And oh, look, there's a farm 3 blocks down from here. I'm pretty sure they have a surplus
of chicken feathers.
Let's go.
We would save so much money, and it would be a prone example of 1, don't apply for a job if you don't intend to take it, and 2,
right,
don't try to overthrow the government. You'll get a restraining order against you. Apparently, me pointing these factors out, trying to educate and save us money, Twitter doesn't like that. I'm hoping Elon takes over Twitter and replaces it with the Alexas.
Oh, really? Well, that could be fun.
Yeah.
That could be fun.
Yeah.
I think they need to bring MySpace back.
My MySpace is still active and there. I just can't post anything to it.
It's still active. Do you have a song playing in the background still? Is that still up?
Yes.
What song is it?
Let me go see. Like, honey, I've been social media marketing since social media marketing was a thing.
I was like in my 20s, like early 20s, when MySpace was like a thing.
The 20s. Okay.
Well, I'm 38 now, if you can believe that.
Uh-huh.
My mama gave me good genes.
Oh, Knight Rider.
Knight Rider. Oh my god. Oh, I don't know if I'm delighted or embarrassed for you.
Hi.
Knight Rider, really?
Uh-huh.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah.
I love that. That's fun. That's exciting. I know. And I was just thinking the same thing, Brenda. I was like, that's pure entertainment, too. You know what I mean? Like, that is just pure entertainment right there.
Right.
You have a bunch of feather pillows. I mean, we can all just get together. This will be like a free event. We'll spend next to no money to do this, and we will reap all of the rewards.
Well, we could actually pay off the national debt. Because the last I checked, currently, there's 868 of them.
868 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's fun.
All right, let's times that by if just one person buys the $25 pay-per-view.
Yeah.
That's $2,100. That's $21,700. Now we times that by the thousands that will do it, so we'll say 1,000
at least.
And we
Yeah,
can
that's much. We're
that
talking
out.
about pouring and feathering people, Lisa.
Yeah, we're talking about tarring and feathering the coon.
Like, what did I miss? I'm like, not much. We're just discussing tarring and feathering people. Like, that is a normal thing for people to be discussing.
We could literally pay off at least a good part of the American economy by just this one act alone.
Yeah. It would prove a point. Give a warning to others.
Well, if they were in England, or if Trump Diddy Dump was in one country other than America, any other country in the world, he would have been publicly executed that day.
Yep. But he's yeah. I don't like him. What did I say about him? Like, I feel like I'm entitled to compensation because of the trauma that it caused me. I was like, I feel like I should sue for emotional damage.
Right.
But if that was the case, like, so many people would join in that class action lawsuit.
Oh, I don't know. I think, I don't know, around 10
volunteer people.
No, we already have our board of stars already have been, found and convicted in lawful trials that were more legal than witch burning trials.
Yeah. Oh, I was talking with my mom about me wanting to go back to Salem. Because I went there as a child and I was like, I'd love to go back now. Can you imagine what I would be like if I went back now? She's like, oh my God. Because life's very, like, places are very different from when you're not psychic to where you are, or when you're not aware that that's what you're doing to where you are aware that that's what you can do. Yeah, I want to go back.
That's fine. I think we need to get, some MasterCards and some Discovers paid off, and then we can do 2 trips. One to Salem and one to New Orleans.
I want to go to that house so bad. I want to go to that house so freaking bad. Oh my God. Yes. Yes. Let's go, right? Exactly. I would just, and people are like, I want to go for all the festivals. I'm like, no, I just want to go do the haunted shit. I know, Lisa. I know. I was just thinking, I'm like, we can just call Lisa and she can arrange everything because she's a travel agent.
I know.
With Wanderlust.
Cool. But, here's the rules. We have to go off season because I don't want to have to put up with crap. Nor do I don't want yanked into any readings. Because the minute we go to
someone finds out. The minute someone finds out.
The minute someone looks at Lisa, now hold up a minute here. You're getting ahead of the plan here. Let's
She's like, I'm going to Romania. And we're like, we're trying to stay in the USA for right now.
No, it is not. It would be safer to be living in Germany right now.
Yeah, I
But
know.
anyhow, this would be season 1. A group of psychics. We go to Salem, Massachusetts, undercover, firmly the cover of darkness, so that we don't get roped into any work. And then we would go to New Orleans and spend a week in New Orleans all season, not doing Mardi Gras, not doing Southern Decadence. There's a week in between there. We could easily go down. We'd film. We could go to Marie Laveau's hair shop. We could go to visit Marie Laveau. Someone remind me to order some true silver quarters for that one. And then season 2, we would go to Romania and travel from Romania in through Germany and through France, out through Gale, visit the Black Madonna, and then take a ship to Ireland, and then from Ireland to Iceland, from Iceland to New York.
We're not even going to go to Scotland at all during that trip. I don't even get to go home at all. That sucks.
Well, of course we'll go to Scotland, honey.
Because then we can do the underground tours where the city was built over during the Black Plague to basically just like bury everybody alive.
Or dead.
It didn't matter.
Yeah.
It didn't matter, but I did do an underground tour when I was a teenager with my family, and I remember vividly being pulled into this room. It's like a stone room that's inside a stone hallway that's underground. It's scary as fuck. Anyway, it's uncomfortable. It's damp. It's the energy in that whole place is just so heavy. It's so heavy. But I remember being like really pulled into this one room that looked darker than dark.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the only way I can explain it. It was blacker than black. It was darker than dark. And it was like, I knew that I was being seen from inside that room. I could feel it. And I really wanted to go in there and just like, it was like I was trying to see them back. And I remember my mom like grabbing me on like the back of my shirt, pulling me back, like, you are not going in that room. The history down this hallway is not good.
Yeah, if TLC or any other Travel Channel, whatever, wants to do this show, contact us. Our contact official information is in the bottom. We already have agent contracts in place. We will gladly, arrange passports and all that. Like, this could be big. This could be bigger, better than the psychic challenge that I was invited to do that I'm kind of glad I didn't go do.
Right. It could be fun.
Yes. As long as we stay away from the Ukraine. Like, I don't want to go to the Ukraine. I don't want to visit Georgia again. The Georgians. Let's not do that.
Yeah. I have a feeling that one or two of us might end up with something trying to follow at least me home if I ended up going over there.
No, the problem is not that something tries to follow us home. The problem is we may not return.
Oh, because of the government stuff that's going on over there.
No. Can you imagine if we get to Scotland and I find an apartment for less than,
Oh, that's fine.
Sorry, guys. Production over. We decided to stay.
I just call my family and be like, I have a place for you to live. We can start packing now. Yeah. But if I ever do get a chance to go back to the UK, I do have still quite a bit of family over there, so it's not like I wouldn't have a couch to crash on for a little bit.
Yeah, while we get our governmental paperwork together and register to operate our businesses there, and get our health care and our medical in order.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I gotta say, this is absolutely delightful, and I will be making that syrup again.
Yeah, you're doing the lavender nun syrup.
Yes. I made it was I did lavender and then I put in a star anise into it and put in all of the magical intentions possible and then added it to my sweet tea.
Awesome.
Yes. And it's delicious.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm
And
having a normal double bullet macchiato.
Macchiato.
Mm-hmm.
See, I love the smell of coffee. It's just as soon as the taste of it hits my mouth, my whole body is like, this is a cup of lies, and rejects it violently. Because the smell does not match the taste, and therefore I am disappointed. So
That's why Aeson switched to espresso.
yeah. It's a whole thing. I can't even like coffee flavored candies that is basically sugar with the flavor of coffee. I'm like, I can't do
They're
it.
never accurate. I get so mad at them.
It's just not good. And coffee ice cream, I'm like, nope, it's not okay.
Yeah. So I have a question. Did you break the matrix?
Did I break the matrix? No.
Someone
break it.
The past 24 hours has been insane. Aeson lost internet. Y'all know when Aeson loses internet, the world goes cuckoo.
Or at least you do in your
I
home. Poor Joe was like, I feel like I'm entering the Renaissance period again. It's becoming the Dark Ages. Next, the plumbing's gonna go.
Well,
Dramatic
it's actual because our house is totally Alexa like controlled.
So when you have no internet, you have nothing.
Yeah.
Ice cold beer is better. Yeah, I guess.
No, you can bring me scotch, nice, delicious scotch on the rocks. Or
We'll have to go
Russian
up
that's been made
to
dirty.
Inverness. We'll have to go up to Inverness and then go up to like Oban and all of that and go do the distillery tours.
Mm-hmm.
Those were fun.
Yes.
I did those. Those were fun. Those were a good time.
Mm-hmm. So you've had some exciting news since we last saw you.
Yeah. I've had all kinds of exciting news. All kinds of exciting news. But yesterday, I mean, I haven't received like the final email yet. I know that will come probably by the end of the week.
Right.
I was like, I don't know why I'm saying that, but I might probably get something tomorrow. But yes, I got accepted or applied to, and I'm now a part of the Adiva psychic reading group online. So yay! I'm part of a network. Yeah.
You have the availability already to go to your site and they can chat with you or call with you on demand for those that do not have the availability to make an appointment. Or maybe they just have one question like, where the hell is my car keys?
Exactly. And then sometimes I'll be able to tell you exactly where your car keys are. And it's really fun and weird. It's like, I don't know how I knew that, but I did.
Mm-hmm. But no, it's been a really interesting, few days. Well, the last 2 days has been interesting at the house.
Yeah.
No internet, so therefore half the house doesn't work. You're walking around screaming at somebody that goes, "Sorry, reset your router, reset your router."
Reset your router in a minute.
Like I literally looked at everybody and went, holy fuck, what are we going to do about scheduling? And it's like, oh, I have a paper planner. Everything is in my paper planner. Everything in my paper planner needs to online to do it.
Yeah. And it's like when the world revolves around the internet and the internet goes out, what are you going to do?
Okay, we don't allow this behavior on my channels.
What behavior? Oh, yeah, no. Get off of there.
That while I take care of stuff.
1 sec.
Oh, I'm taking care of it.
You are? Okay. Thank you.
Yeah,
well, while that's happening, let's talk about scammers for a hot second. If anybody, okay, so like a real psychic and a real intuitive will never message you like that. ever and be like, I'm drawn to you. You have a dark energy. You have a curse or a hex on you. It's a load of bullshit and they are fake. Okay? I do not go to people and say, I think that you need a reading. I might message my friend and be like, are you okay? Because I have a feeling that you're not okay, and I'm just reaching out to make sure that you're okay. But it's not like I'm like, do you need a reading, or I feel called to give you a reading, or just give me money, because that is not what we do.
Right. Now we are.
That is not how we do things.
We'll be right back. I need to get a refill.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Tracy Van. I provide a blended reading consisting of mediumship, psychic, and tarot cards. A reading from me can cover any guidance you need from relationships with your partner or your family, spiritual, financial, any questions you may need clarity on. If you would like to book an appointment with me, check out my website, tracyvann.com. That's TracyVann.com. I have bookings from 15 to 60 minutes you may choose from. That helps if you just have a quick question, need an answer, or if you're looking for a reading in more depth, I'm here to provide the guidance and clarity for you. Let's just figure it out. Bye.
Hi, I'm Dottie the Psychic, and I'm sure you're wondering why I'm not wearing any makeup. Well, one reason is to irritate my social media manager, Aeson Knight. Hi, Aeson. The other reason is because I like to get to the naked truth about what it means to be a neurodivergent LGBT person with psychic abilities. I've got vlogs, blogs, and podcasts and videos all related to trying to live my best life and helping witches and bitches do the same thing. So, you can check all that out and get a reading from Dottie the Psychic at DOTTIEthepsychic.com. Safe travel and much profit to you.
Hey everybody, Lady Gwendolyn here, and I am here to tell you how to get in contact with me and a little bit about what I do. I am the High Priestess that works with shadow work to help you grow and heal. And I work with access bars, Reiki, I do power forms. I'm recently getting into crystal healing, sound therapy as well. So you can go to Lady Gwendolyn Healing, that is LadyGwendolynHealing.com. Book your appointment with me. I do in person, I do over the phone, I do over Zoom. We can do that as well. My main goal is to help you grow and heal, because I've been there, I'm still going through it, and let my strength help guide you. See you soon.
Hi, I'm Aeson Knight. I provide tarot readings covering everything from love and relationships to your life questions and your spiritual answers. And also, I provide a lot of guidance in finances and divorces and all those relationship problems. So, if you'd like to get a reading from me privately, not on air, you can feel free to do so by visiting aesonknight.com and booking your appointment. I also provide on-demand services, so if your life is a little chaotic, you can go ahead and click that Call Now button there on my site. It'll connect you to Keen, and if you've not been with Keen before, you'll get 3 free minutes to talk with me, so that's great for a quick answer question. All right, guys, back to the show. Enjoy. Bye, y'all. And we're back. I have a refill in coffee. I hope you guys enjoy our breaks. We will be taking them on each show so that you can get to know some of our hosts. I really like Devon's, Long Island medium vibes for Tracy. She's very much that she's in the audience. And it's just gives us a break, gives me a moment to handle situations, since we were getting hit on 3 pages by the same person.
Yes.
Yes.
Good times.
Enjoyable time. I'm telling you, the Matrix is broken. Someone has broken the Matrix.
Was the Matrix ever fixed? Was it ever working? Like, let's be honest here. Let's really look at this. Was it ever really fixed?
Well, even though it needed an update, I'm really not sure that I like the current version of this because it's been insanity.
Like they need to jump into a new reality. This isn't working.
Let me just give you a brief synopsis of my day so far. Oh, you dig her hair. Nice. I love that hair on her. I wish she'd wear it that way all the time. Brief synopsis of my day. I got woke up multiple times during my slumber. Then got a message from one of my cousins that they were stuck in Texas, so I had to pull that together. Then had to deal with that, get them back home. They're safe and sound. Then 2 detectives contacted me to work on a case. Then had a massage, and in the massage, I got 4 different emails from different networks that I'm dealing with and going, oh, I need to do this and need to do that. And oh, yeah, I've got 2 pages of uploads to do.
But then the internet's like, but you're not going to be able to do that.
Yeah. When it first came back up, it was, I had better dial-up service.
Wow. That's bad.
Yeah.
That's bad. That's bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Sam. Yeah, that's been my morning. And, you know, that was when I crashed out at 5 a.m. this morning to the insanity beforehand that. So, yes, the Matrix is broken. I don't know what manifestable energy Venus is doing in Gemini, but me and that girl's going to have a conversation later. And if I have to, I'll bring Mars into it so I can hold her attention.
And didn't I say yesterday in the afternoon on the phone, a breeze would be nice. And then a massive storm came through. And the winds were really, really bad. And I'm like, I meant a breeze.
See,
I was like, I did not think I misspoke. You said a breeze. Just a nice breeze would be nice because it was a bit heavy. You know?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right, so we got a question. I say we duet it.
Yes.
All right, I'm using the Luscious Tarot. I love this deck. It's gorgeous. It's flippable. Actually, I'm going to do 2 decks. I'm going to go ahead and use Luscious, and I'm going to pull out the black.
Why are you going to start out mean?
I'm not going to start out mean.
Well, not you, but
It ain't gonna hide it.
I was like, listen, I'm not saying things. I'm saying it without saying it. Don't come at me.
Do you know I've got people calling me and asking me, please don't use the black deck?
You know, I have people that are just like, I'm here in the audience, but I don't want a reading from you because I know what you're going to say and I don't want to hear it. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. But inevitably I end up calling them out on something.
Uh-huh. All right, Brenda Brown. May I ask about your feelings on my future in writing? Good idea. Try something else. 9960.
You want to go first? Because I'm already hearing stuff.
Yeah, I'll go
I'm not
first.
even pulling cards. I'm already hearing stuff. So Brenda, when it comes to your writing, I feel like that you have, it's like I'm almost seeing like the card of the 7 of Cups in my head. And it's like you have so many things that you're wanting to write about and you don't know where to start. Or it might be that you literally don't even know where to start. It's almost like I see like you start writing and you start pouring everything out that's up in here and you're like, no, that's not right. That's not how I want to word it. And then you start typing it again. And you're like, no, that's not right either. Why are you erasing your thoughts? Don't erase your thoughts and don't overthink things. Sometimes the process of writing is literally spitting out all of the vomit that you want to say and then rearranging it so that it makes more sense. Okay. So it's like everything that you want to say, if this is the direction that you want to go in, okay, because I feel like this could be very therapeutic and quite there's success to be found in it. but stop overthinking things. Allow like those waters to flow. I feel like that you yourself are kind of damming yourself up and getting like bits of writer's block, or just like you're just becoming overwhelmed with the thought of like, what should I do? Or what should I write about? Brenda's like, yep, that's exactly it. So if you have multiple things that you want to write about, or like you have multiple ideas, there is nothing wrong with having multiple files open that are titled certain things, whether it's to do with like auras or chakras or meditation or tarot, whatever the hell it is that you're wanting to write about. And write your thoughts as it comes to you, or write what you learn as you learn it. And eventually you'll start just highlighting and moving things and editing it as you go. And eventually I feel like things will eventually just kind of come together and be like, holy crap, I think I just wrote a chapter. And then you'll read it and be like, I think I just wrote a chapter. And then you'll get really excited. And then you'll go on to another section of like your files. And then you'll end up doing the same thing. You'll be like, I just wrote another chapter. Oh my God. And then like that enthusiasm is going to start picking up for you. But what do we want to say about Brenda and her writing journey? Emergence, inspired chaos. There's the Eight of Cups, which is new direction. Earth Warrior, remain grounded. Don't let yourself get too like high up in the head there. But the Eight of Pentacles is saying that this is something, it's the master craftsman that says it's going to take time for you to produce the fruit of your labors. Keep in mind that where you are right now, you're in a little seedling or seed stage, okay? So it's going to take a little bit of time for you to be able to like pull the fruit from that. But the Fool card comes out and says that this is an exciting new journey for you. So I say go for it. Let's see what Aeson has to say though.
All right, so I've done two spreads. Both are ladies' fans. One is from the Luscious Tarot, which I love. The other is from the Black Tarot. The reason I've done this is because you're a writer. You have two worlds you have to walk into. The first one is your life situation. You have a lot of bound up ideas and emotions and a lot of hang-ups. You have this distant idea here that's just kind of sitting there like, no, nobody will want to hear about that. Nobody will want to hear about that. Yeah, you will. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
Here we have the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Swords with you, the King of Swords with you needing to be Solomon and choose the baby over the sword. The Lover's card, meaning you need a union within your mind or a union within your system. Your linchpin is to stop worrying about it. Get up and get a pad and pen and just start moving the ink. Don't care if it's worth reading or not. All right.
Kind of what I
go over to the Black Tarot.
I was like, that's kind of sort of what I said. Like, just let it just start getting it out.
The first card we have here is the Knight of Swords. You need to have your passion. You're looking for someone to tell you to do it. Just do it. Moving on, we have the Knight of Spears. With the Knight of Spears, you see the emphasis eye there, leading you into your imagination, letting it come through. It's not always happy and nice, but when it does come through, it'll link into other things. You have this idea of what a writer is. You need to take that idea, write it on a piece of paper, light it on fire, let it burn to ash, and throw the ashes in the trash, because you are the writer. This shows the Ace of Pentacles. So with that being the Ace of Pentacles, there is new financial benefit coming from this. So will you be successful? Yes. Is it a good idea? You bet your bottom dollar. And your advice here is the Knight of Cups. You need to let this be your holy grail. Fight for the end of it until you get a trophy. Now, I do want to recommend, though, because I do feel like you do not have a system to write. You're just trying to write. There's a system called HB90. It's HB90 Boot Camp. Go take it. Follow her YouTube. Heart Breathing is the creator. You will love it. It shows you how to plot out a book. It shows you how to set your writing sprints, helps you schedule your life so that you have time to write, and it really gives you the vibration and the energy you need to get up and get moving. All righty. Oh, here comes Devon. Devon is March 16th 78. Why does my youngest get so wound up and disrespectful when I tell her no? Um, I'm working on setting boundaries and trying not to respond, but today she had me crying at work, and I said something I shouldn't have.
You're welcome, Brenda.
All right, I got no cards to back this up. This is what I'll say to this. It's because she used to be your parent, and she thinks that she can still be your parent. And it's not responding to her, and it's not responding to everything that she knows that can emotionally trigger you, like today.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you aren't scarring the child. You haven't went and made her go pick 3 switches bigger than her thumb so you can braid them together and beat her ass. So you aren't hurting the child. Stop it. Have that emotional strength to go, you're not, I'm not playing your game today. You're going to get your homework done. You're going to do X, Y, and Z. And if not, you lose X, Y, Z. I.e., the phone that she was being disrespectful on to you. You also need to come up with a new idea, a new function. She needs something to burn energy off. You're sitting here trying to plan for the future. She needs to understand that you are her future. And with the Hierophant here, you may want to tie in some karmic lessonal stuff. I don't care if she's 20. She's acting like she's 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I got the journeyman, which is change and movement. So change is coming, okay? But in order for this change to come about, you need to, first of all, be kind to yourself. Okay, even when others are not being kind to you, be kind to yourself. You are doing all that you can with the tools that you have. Okay, be kind to yourself. Okay, this queen energy right here, hold on to it. You're the queen of the castle. Okay, sometimes you might have to be a little bit icy during the situation and put on a little bit of a cold crown. Okay. Yes, this king of fire, this hard, passionate energy that you are fighting right now is kind of upsetting this feeling of happy home, happy family, things like that. And that is the ultimate goal. This is what you're wanting. This is what you're wanting so desperately. Have patience. You are in control of this, and you need to be able to take this in a new direction or steer them in a new direction. I want to say it's like you need to guide them in a new direction. It's up to them whether or not they fail or not, but there are consequences to whether or not you do or do not do something, especially when you're living in somebody else's home and space, right? Doesn't matter how old you are. If I go home to my mom's house, even at this age, and she says, I don't want you doing this in the house, and they go ahead and do it, guess what? I'm still going to get handed down a consequence. Because that's her space.
Exactly. Yari, we need a name and a birth date. And
my grandfather called me a bitch once, and you know what? I was being an absolute bitch.
I get called a bitch all the time, and guess what? I enjoy being a bitch. Matter of fact, the book I'm reading right now is, and I'm loving it. I'm sure it's not some big fancy author. I don't even know the real person's name. Meaning I don't know who this person is. It's called How to Be a Boss Bitch.
How to Be a Boss Bitch.
How to Be a Boss Bitch by Christina Quinton.
Wow, inexperienced.
It's funny that when you said that, like, even though I called her name, and I'm like, my grandfather's in my head, he's like, I called you a bitch once. Does that mean that you hate me? And I was like, no, because I was being an absolute ass that night.
Yeah.
So.
You have to have a little bit of...
Sometimes, even those that you love will be brutally honest with you. And I feel like you were absolutely speaking your truth in that moment. That's how you felt. You were being emotionally honest.
Exactly. Furthermore, calling her name, please. Her behavior... If she was my daughter, and granted, I'm an old bitch, I handle things differently.
You're an old Aries.
Yes, but I'm also an old bitch. She would have gotten her mouth slapped if she had spoke to me the way she spoke to you today. I would have backhanded her. I would have drove over to her to where she was at to backhand her. I get a lunch break.
Your friend just wrote a book called Night Bitch. It just came out. I kind of want to read that.
I kind of want to make sure it's, not based on some things.
You start reading it and this would be like, this is sounding oddly familiar.
Okay. Lady Gwen has a question. You have to read it.
I have to read it?
Yes, you have to read it.
Hang on. I gotta scroll back up. I gotta find her.
Check starred.
There it is. Lady Gwen. Okay. Is your newest schooling the right path? So there's this male energy that's just like, well, she wouldn't be doing it if she wasn't interested or called to it. So her intuition told her to try this, and now she's questioning it. All right, I'm going to leave that alone. He's being kind of like, not necessarily sarcastic, but he's being kind of like funny about it. He's like, why is she questioning this? Like, hang on, Gwen. Yay! 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 Okay. Yay! That's exciting. Okay. So, Gwen, we've got the Emperor card, but he comes out upside down, and this is like questioning like whether or not the direction and the authority that you're putting over your own life is the right direction. But the High Priestess comes out and says, girl, listen to your intuition. Listen to your guides. You've been sent to do this for a reason. That little inkling in the back of your mind's been there. The curiosity's been building up, and you're absolutely, with the Eight of Cups, taking this new direction and freaking running with it. Empress card comes out. Look at that eagle. This is going to take flight for you. You are going to soar with this, okay? And even I want to say, like, embrace that air energy, that quick air energy that's going to come in for you. The World card comes out and says that this is going to be part of bringing you to a sense of completion. It's going to make you feel more complete. Look at that beautiful, like, babe in the center there. It's going to bring a lot of peace and harmony into your sense of spirituality as well. And there's the Four of Wands there. There's a lot of, like, celebration energy there. So rock on, sister. Enjoy it. Have fun with it.
Cool. We'll check them out after the show, darling. All right. So we don't have a question, so I'm going to just do Black Tarot on it.
Go for it.
Yara Rekasina. Here we go. This is, of course, general.
Yay, Yari. She's a friend of mine.
Up first, we have Judgment. You're being too hard. You need to make choices about what you're doing. We do have an opportunity with new finances with the Ace of Pentacles showing up here, but it's going to cause you to face your darker side. What are you going to do about it? That's where to go. You've got to watch it, the depressive side, because with this new financial opportunity, you're not going to have the ability to be that way. You got to get up and know that you're the best and always the best, and you got to focus that way. Coming up also, we have the Emperor here. Mind over matter. You know your focus, you know your plan, you got to hold to it. Watch your goals. Then we got to, the Hierophant visiting you. Where's tradition playing here? It's a good question because apparently you're not listening to somebody, so you need to start listening to at least yourself. Your advice card here is the Queen of Wands. Get up and create fire. Work off your own energy. Allow it to be who you ought to be. Whew.
Whoo! Did you breathe once during that, or was that just like a one breath like
That
paragraph?
was one breath.
Because I do that sometimes after I'm going and I'm on a roll, and then after the end I'm like, here we go. Just like and come back down to earth for a second.
Uh-huh. I don't know. I pick up what I used to call the Pentecostal preacher breath anymore.
Yeah,
Well,
I got that.
Sam, we haven't even got to shuffling on this side, and she's already throwing cards at you.
I know.
All right, Sam, is it possible for someone to be born 180 from a pretty shitty point?
Is it possible for someone to like completely turn around their life from a real shit situation? Absolutely, it is.
Yes.
I speak
You've got it.
I
Recreate
speak from experience.
All right, so 6/25/1980. Let's rock her. Let's see how we're going to get her through this shithole path into something pretty damn good.
Nice. Whoa. Oh, I love it when those two come out together. Fuck yes. Okay. So, what? Hell yes. Okay. Sorry.
Go
I
for
get,
it.
I get excited sometimes. What do I do when I drop cards? Do I read the jumpers? No, I keep the jumpers and I'll keep them face down until Spirit tells me to stop shuffling. And then I don't really read spreads, so to speak. I do like story time. So I will pull cards until they're like, okay, and stop, like cut. And then I read the whatever I feel comes out. That's how I do it. Sometimes I'll get like a stack of jumpers where they all just fell out. And sometimes if there's a card facing upright, I will take that top card and then put the rest back in. But it all just kind of depends on what they're telling me to do. But every reader is different and every reader receives their information differently and everybody has their own jam. So, yes. Anyway, so Sam, the Seven of Wands comes out and says that I feel like that you've had to, there's like a sense of defense here and that it's almost like there's this inner battle that's been going on and this inner fight that's been going on. And I feel like that you were somebody is confronting their past. Okay. And the Five of Cups comes out and says that this is a period of transition. Like big transition. Okay. It's a period of loss, but it's like losing what you used to be kind of thing, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Two of Pentacles comes out and says that balance is coming out. Be kind to yourself. Self-care, 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 self-care. Affirmations and self-care. I'm going to say it again. Fucking care. Okay. The World and the Journeyman come out. Look at those freaking wheels of completion, those wheels of change. Look at that movement. These are great, fantastical things. There's the sun shining again on what used to be a really dark, crappy, shitty situation. Okay. Magic and enchantment is coming back for you, as is metamorphosis and regeneration. Okay. But take off the blindfold, okay? Don't be so defensive. Allow yourself to be free of any of the past that's holding you back. I feel like if you're worried about like other negativity coming in and you're like, I don't want that happening again, get those swords sharpened, okay? You can stand tall and start battling those things out. I'm almost seeing like the freaking lightsaber games where everyone's just like flinging their swords around, just defending all the negativity, okay? But like learn how to defend yourself and learn how to protect yourself as well. I feel like that's going to be something you need to do, like energetically protect yourself. That's what I got. Hope that makes sense.
All right. My turn.
Go for it.
First off, we have the King of Wands. Everything looks dark, dreadful. There's no passion there. It is a skeleton you're trying to keep staying with. You wouldn't keep a corpse in your house. Why are you keeping a dead situation there? You have to take time to go through the darkness. Sometimes that darkness is not always easy, but when that darkness does occur, it creates a fog. The fog allows you to dream and figure out what you want. Out of that escape, it will allow you to build. But you have to work that mental fortitude of this is what I want. It's like a swordsmaker. When he's pounding out a sword, he will hammer that and keep hammering it. It may not even look like the sword he's wanting to create, but he has it in his mind what he wants. So those dark, dreadful times, go back to what you want. You want that 180-degree turn. You want that complete revision of what you want. Do not take no for an answer. And that is confirmed with the Page of Wands here. Go get that knowledge. Go get that energy coming in. Go get that force with you. Pay attention to how you feel when you see that thing. See that life you want. Keep your goals in mind with the Seven of Cups here. Stay focused. Allow that to fall off through like smoke. And imagine where you want to be headed to. Your advice is the High Priestess. Yes, but you have to remember, you have to start the change from the center. You start a circle in the east of the center of the circle, but the whole circle is based on the High Priestess.
You know the direction you're supposed to go and listen to it and follow it.
Yep.
Yep.
And don't discern from it. Just because someone says, oh, why do you want that? You can't do that. That's a fraud. That's it. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Facts.
We don't listen to people standing on street corners saying the world is going to end tomorrow. Why do you listen to someone else give you a comment about how you do you? Because
Right?
it's your path.
It's your life to live. It's your decisions to make. And do what makes you happy. If it doesn't make you happy, don't do it.
And if you don't like where you're at, guess what? Pick up your bag. You don't even have to take your wallet, your governmental ID, and change it.
Yep. The only thing that we have any control over in this life is ourselves.
And I promise you, I have recreated myself multiple times.
Yeah.
I was a nurse for a very long time. My career ended. Like, I had set my world up. I had my degrees. I was almost finishing my degree. I was going to be an RN on the geriatric floor, do my rounds, work 4 days a week, 12-hour shifts, have 3 days off to do X, Y, and Z. That dream went away in 12 hours when a doctor looked at me and says, you've herniated 5 discs. Your career is over. I am reporting you to the nurses board because you cannot safely care for your patients.
Right.
All right.
Who knows? Is anyone
This isn't exactly a reading? I think this is spiritual advice for Teresa. So you read the question and then we'll talk about it.
spiritual hand for Teresa? So I moved into a new apartment around the same time my mother passed away. There is a male eastern towie bird that literally bangs its head off my window every morning. Is this a sign, or is it just that it's trying to tell me something, or is it just a crazy bird?
4/8/1970.
I feel like that this has to do with, I feel like it is a sign, but I feel like it has to do with a representation of your own mentality or where your own mental health is at. It's almost like I feel like that you're banging your head against a proverbial wall, and your mother likes to come through with flying beings. Okay. So it might be that, God, I even feel like it might even be her that's a part of this. But I feel like it's like if you're going through changes with your mental health, or if you're like readdressing things with your mental health, I feel like that there have been some changes that are coming your way, or that you have recently gone through. And you might be banging your head against the wall with like how confusing things are, or how you're feeling, or like things just aren't working the right way. And I feel like this bird is just kind of reminding you or letting you know that like how you're feeling is absolutely valid, and that things aren't working the way that they should be. So if things aren't working very well up here and you're already in a journey to get help for that, then I would address that with the people that you're speaking with. And I'm not giving like a health reading because I don't do that, but I feel like that this is actually like a representation of like things aren't okay up in here. That's that's what I'm getting from that. Who is that?
That I don't know who that is. We are tracking them to block them.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Devin, no. I'm not mad that career ended. There's nothing to be sorry about that career ending. It's important that career ended because otherwise I would be probably worked myself to death because I was going 120 hours a week.
Mm-hmm. Our lives change drastically for reasons that we don't always know until like hindsight is always 2020. I look back at my life now and be like, oh my god, my entire past, as shitty and awful and as traumatic as it was, makes so much sense. Because if I hadn't gone through all of that, I would not be who I am now, and I'm very grateful for it. I mean, it was really hard. I'm not gonna lie. I've been through some crazy stuff that's like worthy of an Oprah Winfrey freaking special. But again, I wouldn't be who I am today if I hadn't gone through all of that. So for that, I am grateful. That's right, Brendan. He would have been working the front lines through the freaking plague.
Oh, yeah.
And he wouldn't be watching us now.
Exactly. You
wouldn't be here with us right now if that had happened.
I've done so much stuff already, and with this career that I am so happy with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So let's move on. But no, my thoughts on this bird is yes, it is a message to get moving. He isn't crazy. He's trying to carry a message to you to get focused, to pay attention, and to honor where things are at.
Yep.
Yep.
Pay attention to what's going on up here. And quit bashing your head against the wall. You're just going to give yourself a damn headache. God. Stop. And also I want to say, like, stop being so hard on yourself, Teresa. Okay? Stop being so hard on yourself up here as well, okay?
Yeah. And work through the mental side of that. Okay. So why don't you go ahead and take the question? Yara came through with a question.
Yeah, one sec. Where is it?
It's starred for you.
Is it?
Yep.
Let me go back into the starred. Boop. Yari. Spiritual business. September. Actually, different deck. They're like different deck switch. I'm going to use my Moonology deck. Confidence is going to be the key to your success. You need to step outside of your comfort zone, though. I want everyone to say, like, I want you to get like on live, Yari. Like, I know that you have gone out and done public readings, and I feel like that's not really working very well for you at the moment. And your sense of confidence, because things aren't working, your confidence is shrinking. Okay. Confidence, because things aren't working, your confidence is shrinking. That's weird. How did that happen? That was weird. Okay, so Confidence is going to be the key to your absolute success, okay? Get that confidence back up. I want you to get that confidence back up. Step out of your comfort zone. Your dreams need a practical plan. Kind of like rewrite your business plan or rewrite how you want to do things. It's like you have the right idea, but it's not being executed in a way that's working well for you. And I feel like that there's going to be multiple hats that you have to try on before you find one that fits your style. This personal issue will reach a conclusion. Bring a little bit of love into yourself. Again, don't be so hard on yourself. Work on meditating, work on releasing that worry, those fears and things like that, because that is also blocking you. The end of this tough cycle approaches for you with the full moon in Capricorn. So this tough cycle will come to an end for you, but start looking at the bigger picture. What is Spirit trying to tell you? Why are things not working? We all know, you know as well as I do, that whenever we start on something and it's not working the way that we thought that it was going to work, it's usually because we have to readdress how we're executing it and how we're presenting ourselves. So I feel like if you change the way that you present yourself, you're going to get noticed a little bit more, or a lot more. Okay? Hope that makes sense for you.
Oh, I'm sure it does.
You're like, I'm sure it does.
Sorry, I'm doing multiple things at once.
Because I've yet to have like people come back to me and be like, nothing that you said made a lick of sense, Natalie. You're talking out of your ass.
Yeah. Well, guys, we've been on a little longer than we normally are, and we hope you
Yeah.
enjoy.
Look at that, it says 111. Yay!
Yay!
It's my number. I love it.
I know, honey. All right, Natalie, how do we get a reading from you? What's your next shindig? What do you got cooking over there at the Pendulum's Path?
So, if anybody wants to join in, I have a special event coming up on the 25th, which is this Saturday at 8 p.m. It is a live event. It is a private event as well. So you have to purchase a ticket in order to come. Everybody who has a ticket will get a reading. Everyone is guaranteed to get some kind of connection. I will be calling in all the spirits during these live events. Tickets are $10. In order to purchase a ticket, you have to go to my website, which is www.thependulumspath.com. That is THEPENDULUMSPATH.com. And you will go down to in the services, and you'll scroll down and you'll click the donation reading. Tickets are $10. Once you receive your confirmation from purchase, it will send you a link to the Zoom event, and I will see you there. To also book a reading, again, go to www.thependulumspath.com and click on the services. I have phone readings, I have video readings, I have text readings, I have email readings, which you don't even have to be present for. And I send you a link to a pre-recorded video for you to view at your leisure. And then you can get back with me with questions and validating information after you have received that as well. You can also find me on Facebook at The Pendulum's Path, LLC, as well on Instagram. I am on TikTok as well as Twitter. So I am everywhere. I am everywhere. I'm on all the social medias. So come check me out. I'm also like on YouTube as well. Find all my socials and click all the likes and all the follows. And don't forget to share me out with all of your friends and fan family as well.
All right. And you can find me literally everywhere at Aeson Knight. I'm on Keen. I'm on my own site. You can book appointments. This Saturday, I'm doing Psychic Saturday, where I do 15-minute readings for $20, either Zoom or phone call. Let's see what else. I'm
doing Psychic Saturday too, aren't I?
Yeah, you're doing an event this Saturday in the evening. I'm doing private readings.
There you go. I'm like, wait, I'm a part of that too, aren't I? Sorry, complete brain fart there.
Yeah, it's one of those working out, your schedule and my schedule so that we aren't so competing, but things are going to intertwine and hit things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all right. You can bounce in and out of shows all the time on these lives nowadays. You know, you can leave the room and come back in at whatever you like.
Yes, and multiple places. We're in there multiple times. And yeah, we do have a lot of shows. On Friday nights we do Mountain Bears. And that is at 9:30 with a co-host Joe. Yeah, and then on Sundays we do Psychic That Plans. That's where me and Joe sit there and lay out the week, and you get to see everything that goes into the business. And then on Tuesdays we have Psychic Coffee Shop, which is our lead show. It's one that's been on the air for over a decade. We interview different authors and talk about their books, their courses, get to have a lot of different views. And if I don't have an author that night, we take on hot topics and we spill the tea on that one.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
guys. So thank you for joining us. We look forward to talking to you again soon. Bye.
Bye, guys. Bye.
Stacked. You can whisper behind my back. You can show me how the odds are up against me all day long. But I've been through the fire and come out alive, and there's no more fear in my eyes. Oh, now I'm rising, and you can't bring me down. You can't stop me now.